Okay. So now that our unit circle is basically done, what we are going to do today is we are going to find the exact values of certain trig functions using our unit circle. Okay. So you should have gotten a paper that looks like this. It has degree slash radian, sine slash cosecant, cosine slash secant, tangent slash cotangent. So for now, or for right now, we're just going to focus on sine and cosine. So we're only going to do sine and cosine for now. If you have extra time, you're going to find the other four. But for now, we're just going to work on sine and cosine. Okay? So for our degrees, you're going to pick any degrees that you want, as long as it is not on the x or y axes, because those are going to be a little bit more challenging. Okay, so I'm just going to randomly pick a value, and I'm just going to pick this green angle right here of 150 degrees. So under degrees, I'm just going to put 150 degrees right there. And I'm just going to estimate the line. So the line is kind of about right here. And then I'm going to use my green triangle. So it's going to be like that. Okay? So remember that my angle is wherever the origin is. So this is my angle. The side that's opposite, so where my left finger is, that is going to be my opposite side. So my opposite side of my triangle is 1/2, and I'm going to put that O. And then my hypotenuse is right here, and that's 1. So I'm going to put hypotenuse is 1, and that means my adjacent side. And then my adjacent side is square root 3 over 2, and that's going to be negative because this is negative x. Okay? So, next, I'm going to find sine of 150 degrees, and sine is opposite over hypotenuse. My opposite side is 1/2, and my hypotenuse is 1. So 1/2 over 1 is just 1/2. Okay, and then I'm going to find cosine, which is adjacent over hypotenuse. My adjacent is negative 3 over 2. So that's negative 3 over 2. My hypotenuse is 1, so that's over 1. So negative 3 over 2 divided by 1 is just negative 3 over 2. Okay. And now I'm going to pick another random degrees, and this time I'm going to pick this angle down here, which is 240 degrees. So 240 degrees is something down here, 240 degrees. So I'm going to use my blue triangle, and I know that where my right finger is, that is going to be my angle. So I know that this part of the triangle is 1/2. And that's negative 1/2 on the x-axis. And then this part is negative square root 3 over 2, and that side is 1. Okay, so I know that negative square root 3 over 2 is my opposite side because that's on the other side of my angle. The hypotenuse is 1, and then that means the negative 1/2 is my adjacent. So now I'm going to use the same formula. So I know that sine of 240 degrees is my opposite side, which is negative square root 3 over 2. and my hypotenuse is over 1. So that's negative square root 3 over 2. Okay. Cosine of 240 degrees is equal to the adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent is negative 1/2 divided by the hypotenuse, which is 1. And then I know negative 1/2 divided by 1 is just negative 1/2. So cosine of 240 is negative 1/2. Okay? So now you're going to do the same thing for the other 6 spaces. You're just going to randomly pick any degrees you want that is on a green, pink, or blue line, or whichever colors you used. As long as it's not on the x-axis or the y-axis, you're good.